Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people on whose traditional lands these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Naryn is wanting me to remind you the reason why I try and articulate that clearly is because I rattle the Worimi First Nations people off quite quickly on occasion. It can be misheard. The Worimi tribe is the tribe of our local area, and Naryn, who is one of my guides, is a tribal spiritual elder, spiritual and medicinal healer, and an elder of the Worimi tribe himself. Thank you, Naryn. So yeah, just putting that out there. I'm going to use my runic tarot today, possibly also my intuitive tarot. This is one of my special interest topics. I'm going to have a look at the French protests. The protests themselves are seeming, for someone that is from a different country, is seeming out of proportion for merely being a raising of the retirement age by 2 years. Especially when our retirement age is 67, or it was going to be coming in at 67 in a couple of months' time. And as a person who is fully aware that when retirement, the concept of a retirement pension was first brought in, there were 20 people working for each person that made retirement pension age. At the moment, in most of the Western world, it is 2 people working for every person that makes retirement pension age. So the money is simply not there, and it is a system now. Traditionally, when it was brought in, you perhaps lived, if you even made it to retirement age, a maximum of about 4 years. Now people are living about 20, 30 years, if not more. So it is quite a contentious subject, and Australia's very rapidly moving towards self-funded retirement. So let's have a look, which brings its own issues as well, believe me, because then how do you fund that retirement? Share market, real estate, it's one of those catch-22s as well. But I want to have a look at the French riots, because I'm really feeling that there's more behind them than it's a pent-up anger, is what I'm being told. It's a pent-up anger about many, many subjects. Immigration, refugees, the pension is one of them, but the pension was just the straw that broke the camel's back. The fact that Macron decreed it without it going to government vote, however, then the fact that Macron wasn't taken out by a parliament vote is indicating to me that the majority agree with him, but they didn't want it to be publicly known. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's have a look at the energies behind the French riots, and then just see how they're going to play out. The energies behind the French riots. The energy behind the French riots. Those ones, yep, okay, thank you. Right, let's have a look. A collective awakening, a call to arms. This is the riots themselves, a call to arms, and as I felt, it is about more. This was just the catalyst, is what I'm getting. The retirement age was just the catalyst. There's a lot of grievances, and I think now that they're rioting, a lot of them don't know why they're rioting. They just feel a frustration and a need to go out into the streets. If you're in that neck of the woods, please let me know. But it is more than just the pension. Bill, yep, okay, thank you. Challenged by the 7 of Pentacles. So this is the reaping what you sow. This is about it is a money card. and a feeling of unjustness. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Right, I'm going to pop up for a second here and just have a quokka moment. One of my gorgeous viewers over in Germany wrote to me this morning, and she said they're having riots in Germany at the moment too, which is really unusual, governmental riots. When I was reading what she had to say and I was writing back, what I really felt was that there was, and it is a worldwide feeling at the moment, is that we've just gone through COVID, we've come out of COVID, it's been shown who are truly our essential workers and who we cannot live without. Teachers, nurses, paramedics, garbage collectors, firefighters, and these are a lot of them are government paid, and they're paid not real well. And what's happening is that they're being overworked. A lot of them are doing extra shift work that they're not necessarily getting paid for. A lot of work behind the scenes that they're not getting paid for. A lot of them are getting are in abusive occupations, and that even covers teachers. And I'm talking about garbage collectors here as well. And what they're seeing is they're flogging themselves because they have been called to service, but they're seeing that their service being disrespected, or they're feeling disrespected, thank you, while they're seeing others making multi-millions, billions for pushing a few coins around on a game board type thing, is how they're perceiving it. So that's what I'm getting, is that there's this overflowing of frustration thank you, what I'm being told is in the unfairness of society. This sounds really weird, I'm actually quite excited to be alive in this period of change, as scary as it is in some instances. But that's what I'm getting. Okay, I'll keep going with this reading. This is the energies behind the riots, and that's what I'm getting, is about the unfairness of the systems. Okay, which have been put in place since the Reagan-Thatcher era, when the ultra-wealthy got tax breaks, the unions were broken, the workers were then have been increasingly abused since then. Okay, right, 10 of Wands. The message is that they've had enough. They've had enough, and this is the ending of a cycle, and they are planting the seeds for the future. Okay, interesting. And justice. They want fairness. They want balance, is what I'm getting here. So this is the energies behind the rights. They're at the end of their tether, and they want a better future, and they want fairness and balance. Okay, what's going to come out of this? Victory. Yes, victory, and the 10 of Cups. Again, the ending of a cycle, but celebration. I think they're going to be, this is a real wake-up call. And I'm not on either side. I'm just reading the cards, entertainment only. But what I'm getting is that this is an end of a cycle, and all that they're asking is for balance and fairness, because of what I talked about before, and they are actually going to be successful in this. Okay, karma hanging over, a new start. A new start about partnerships, a new emotional start, the birthing of a new start. And the Magician. Magic happening. The power is with the people, and they are going to be able to make it happen. This is interesting because personally I don't agree with the riots. I think there's other ways of doing, especially when they've turned violent, but I agree with what they are fighting for. I'm not bringing my bias into this at all, because I'm on the fence, sitting at home in my lovely cosy home in Australia, not involved in any way, but I love these cards. The energy over them is they're going to be able to bring about a new start, because the people have the power and the ability. Another 10, 3 10s so far. The 10 of Pentacles, the end of a cycle financially. So it's all about harbouring new starts, but these rights themselves are the end of the cycle. They're not the new start yet. The financially stability for the country, opportunities being brought forward. It's the end of a cycle as we're going to move into this new cycle. The Page of Wands, it's the youth bringing forward this message, understandably. The Wheel of Fortune, doors opening and others closing as times change. Restriction, okay, interesting. 8 of Swords, oh, thank you. Thank you. I've just been told that this is the government having to surrender. The government having to surrender to the clarity of the message that is being brought forward, but also the fact that they're being held at sword point. Excuse me for laughing about that. It's not funny, but you get what I mean. We have a new plan coming to fruition, and whomever is bringing this new plan, if you're listening, which I'm sure they're not, but whomever it is, you need to be very clear, because I think the reason why this raising of the retirement ages has been the ignition point is because the government wasn't clear in sharing about why it was necessary. So transparency is what I'm getting told. We've got the 2 of Pentacles. For this, it is about, thank you, a crossroads moment. It's a real crossroads moment in regards to the finances for the country. Got the last of the 10s. There's this crossroads. Okay, so there is something that really needs to be brought down, and you and I know what that is. Brought down as we have the Page of Swords. Again, the youth bringing forward the powerful message. So the youth, thank you, the youth breaking down, bringing to an end, and then bringing something forward new, bringing forth a new, as I love this card actually in this particular moment. This is about the destruction of what is no longer working. And here we have these figures sitting on this mountain of gold, and the dragon just flaming the mountain of gold. But this is about breaking down what no longer serves, what does not work, so something new can be brought forward. Here's the choices card, but I also love the fact that it's the choice of something new. There's a baby in this card, the choice of something new. I could keep going. Yeah. 8 of Pentacles. A lot of work going on behind the scenes to expose the betrayal. We've got the Knight of Wands, an inspired, not inspiring, but an inspired youth coming forward. Quite rash. What they're doing is rash. I'm really feeling that they actually need to get organised a bit more. A lot of anxiety in regards to this, but we have the 4 of Pentacles, which is again about flaming what is no longer serving, but rescuing what is important. Rescuing what is important, and then we have the Death card. So the Death is a significant ending as something new is brought, and then something new is brought forward. Deaths are about really significant endings and beginnings, the toppling of the crown. Yeah, okay. Interesting energy behind that. Not surprised at all about what's come forward there. I'm going to, yeah, okay, thank you. They're telling me use the intuitive cards because I want to see how this is going to turn out for the workers of France. So these riots, what's going to be brought forward for these, and I've got the image in my mind: paramedics, nurses, doctors to a degree, garbage collectors, old age, aged care workers, teachers. Goodness me, I can't believe in the US that a teacher on average gets paid a mere $25,000 a year. Absolutely ridiculous. I am seeing that this is a global movement. Teachers, paramedics, firefighters, nurses, those that are really front line, that we rely on. I mean, if you have a heart attack and you call, you expect an ambulance to come, and you expect them to be competent, and you expect them to be trained, and police officers, I'll put that in as well. But just show me, how are these riots going to turn out for these workers? What's coming for these workers with these riots? What does the future? What's happening? What's happening? Thank you. Come on down, let's have a look. Yeah, here's the riots. A lightning bolt moment. Here's the riots themselves. The cowardness of the balance at the moment. Oh, interesting. Okay. The cowardness the riots are about. Interesting that they're all yellow cards. But it is, the riots are about the cowardness to bring about fairness, is what I'm getting. Stop fear, bullseye. There's no longer any fear in regards to this. There's no longer any fear about demanding, thank you, demanding what they want. And here we have the flip. So I think there's going to be some policy changes in regards to this big movement forward and it's going to be exciting. Look at the dog. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be the key of working together, intertwining. It's going to happen quite quickly as there is a light bulb moment and the giving and receiving of help. So there's no longer any fear in these riots, but also this cowardness about making policy that is fair is going to stop. We've got technology, swamp, science, crossroads. So we are at a technological crossroads in regards to science and this swampiness behind the scenes. Ooh, are there technological advancements that are rather dubious? It's also networks. Oh, thank you. Thank you. They said, I've just been given a slap up the head. Social media is going to expose the swampy networks. And there is a crossroads moment. Have a leap of faith. Ooh. In the devil being fully exposed. And leadership. The full illuminate. Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you. I've got it, guys. Okay, what they're saying is there is a leader going to step forward that is going to fully illuminate this devil energy. Have faith. Have faith that it will come forward. Hard work and celebration. and no anger. Hard work and celebration and no anger at the emptiness and the greed of the country. So whatever is going to go on here is going to fully illuminate this greed that is emptying the country, this devil energy that is emptying the country, this greed. And so there is going to be no longer this anger, as it is transformative. There is going to be some legislation that's going to come forward that is going to be really positive for families and the people. There's a busy time coming forward via rebuilding, communication and strength. The dark cloud of poverty. This is my not yet written in fate and destiny, as there is a unity. I like these cards. I do like these cards. In time, it'll be the whole world moving towards strength. So these riots are going on. Okay, interesting story. This is completely opposite to what I thought I was going to get. But yeah, this movement is going to cause major change, and it's going to cause major change as it catches on and becomes worldwide. It's a catalyst to exposing the cowardness of governments. The devil energy is going to be revealed about the greed. It is a crossroads moment. Okay, that was really good. So thank you for joining me. Any questions, pop them below. Please try and keep the riots peaceful. And we'll see where we go. Catch you later.